Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. So today I wanted to talk about a subject that I think has been on my mind for quite a long time, and I know it's something a lot of other people struggle with too, so I just wanted to put a little video out there just to explain a few things because I feel like there isn't being enough said around this subject. So as artists or as entrepreneurs or creative entrepreneurs or as business people, all we get told all the time is hustle. You've got to hustle, you've got to put yourselves out there, you've got to be working all the time, you can never have a day off, it's 365 days a week, 24/7, and it's such a detrimental mindset. You know, the hustle is real, you've just got to keep working, because if you're not working, you're not going to earn money. And you know, we always want to get that next financial paycheck, and I know obviously it's not always about the money, but at the end of the day we've got to live, right? So, and we want to build our little art empires, we want to be creative entrepreneurs, we want to, you know, smash that goal that we've set, and we want to buy that car, we want to buy that house, we want to get that mortgage, and that's great. But that means that we're working all the time because we've got our vision board, maybe we've got our goals in our head, and we get up every day determined that we're going to be the best artist that we can be. And it's really, really difficult to take a step back and think, okay, but what about me? I am the brand, I am the person behind this artwork, you are the person behind your artwork. If you're not looking after yourself, how can you expect to keep delivering work of decent quality all the time? Now, and it's not only about the artwork that you're putting out there, because it's easy for us to get up in the morning, roll out of bed, roll into our studios or wherever you're working, and just pick up a pencil and get to work, and then, you know, you forget to eat, you forget to drink, you hydrate yourself, you forget to do your exercise, you forget to ring your parents, you forget to do all of this because you get so consumed, because you think if I waste 5 minutes, then that's 5 minutes of potential income that I've lost. So it's 5 minutes I could be building my brand and building my name and putting myself out there more, doing that social media post. And it's a really, really detrimental mindset. It's a really hard mindset to try and get out of, because I've definitely been sucked into it before. I've definitely thought, well, I won't go to the gym today because it's going to take me half an hour to get there and back, it's going to take me an hour in the gym, and then I'm going to need to eat afterwards, and I haven't got enough food, so I'm going to have to go to a food shop. Okay, so that's 2.5 hours out of my day that I could be working, and so I will just sit here and I'll work instead of going to the gym, and I'll feel terrible for it. And you know, sometimes I would think, my nails, for example, I do them myself, and they're gonna, you know, they're grown out, but if I spend 2-3 hours in filling my nails, then, you know, that's a loss of income. And it's a really, really difficult thing, because I feel like people, there's either two sides of the spectrum at the moment. You've got the hustle, and you've also got people promoting self-care. But what actually is self-care? Self-care can be so many different things for so many different people, but you've really got to be looking after yourself, because as I said, as an artist, you're not only delivering your artwork, but you are the most important thing behind that artwork. If you're not taking care of yourself, how can you expect to be delivering consistent artwork? And obviously consistency is king when it comes to your artwork, and you've got to feel confident with your artwork as well. You've got to be really confident with putting yourself out there, and if you don't feel great yourself, how can you bring your best self to your clients, to your people, to your followers? How can you, you know, I emphasise massively people putting themselves out there as well as their artwork, because people will buy into you as a person. They won't just buy into the artwork. If I sat and I just did all the artwork and I didn't put myself on camera and I didn't film and I didn't do Patreon and I didn't do anything, and people didn't know me as a person, I don't think I'd make as many sales or get as many commissions as what I do, because people buy into me as a person. They get to see me, they get to see my personality, they get to see, you know, the where I work, for example. But if I feel crap about myself, if I haven't washed my hair, if I haven't put makeup on, if I haven't been to the gym that day, I feel awful. So, and I don't want to put myself on camera, and that's why I have really, really long periods of time when I can't put myself on camera, because I just feel really, really bad. And I have to almost get myself out of that rut, and I have to think, you know, because sometimes I can get up at 7 and I'll work till 11 o'clock at night, and I'll be still, you know, I can't sleep at night. And I know it's something that a lot of you struggle with too. It's almost like sleep apnea, sleep insomnia almost, because your brain is always wired, and it's always going the best the next idea, or what video can you produce, or what artwork can you produce, or how can you get that little bit of extra money, where's that next pound going to come from. And it's really difficult to prioritise yourself when you have all of this sort of hustle mentality going on. So as I said, when you take the time to invest a little bit more time into yourself, you will feel so much more confident. I'm going to give you a little bit of an example. The gyms in the UK has reopened. They reopened last Saturday. I've been to the gym 4 times since then. It is now Wednesday. I feel so much better. I allocate an hour and a half every single day, or as many days of the week, to go to the gym. I make sure I've got a good routine, so I won't just get up and roll into the studio. I'll make sure that I go and have a good breakfast, that I'm fueled for the day, that I've fueled more for my gym session than I am for my work session. So when I go to the gym, I come back, I feel accomplished. You know, one of the things that I love, and one thing that really makes me feel badass, is boxing. I absolutely love a class called Blaze at my gym, because it's got a lot of combat and sort of boxing in it as well, and it makes me feel badass, and it makes me feel like I can go home and I can accomplish anything. And I think that's really, really important to make you sort of prioritise yourself. And you need to work smarter, not harder. So you need to be, you know, condensing and being really productive with your time. And so I know, for example, I could work for 10 hours straight and deliver X amount of commission work, but the commission is a very small part of what I do now. Whereas if I take 2 hours and I go and get my gym session done, I feel badass. I can come home, I'm confident, I can sit on camera, I can, you know, put out a YouTube video, which will then give me a little bit of extra income. I can film my Patreon tutorials, which again will give me a little bit of extra income, and putting all that together will earn me more money than what I would do just doing my commission work. And so it's just about being a little bit more savvy and a little bit more switched on with your time. But I wouldn't be able to do this if I wasn't taking care of myself. So one thing I like to do every morning when I get up is I have a really steady morning and structured morning routine. So I'll get up, as I said, and I'll have a healthy breakfast, and I'll go and, you know, drink my water, and I'll make sure I've washed my face and brushed my hair, do everything that I need to do to make me feel good about myself. And then when I've done that, whether I'm going to go to the gym after that, I'll go to the gym, have my workout session, or I'll book a class later on in that day, and I'll have that thing to look forward to, and it'll break my day up, so I don't just become a potato when I'm sat here just working consistently or solidly on a project. Or I will go for a walk and I'll spend time with my family, or I'll allocate an hour out of my day to do something that I enjoy, because it's really, really important for you to stay motivated. Because sometimes if you just work all the time, you'll think, what is the purpose? I'm just chasing, you know, what is the reason for that you're working so hard? Is it because you want to get a new car? Is it because, you know, you want to be able to support your family more? Is it because you want to buy a new house? Is it because you want to be the best artist you can possibly be? You've really got to realise and sort of work out exactly what you want and what you're trying to achieve and what success looks like for you. And then you've almost got to go, okay, well, I've got that goal in mind, but I'm not going to get there unless I take care of myself. So I need to make sure I'm getting enough sleep, I need to make sure I'm hydrating myself, I need to make sure I'm bringing the best version of me to my clients, to my people, to the people who look after me, who are following me, who are supporting my work. Because, you know, the more you put out there and the more they trust you, the more they're going to buy into you. But you've got to feel confident, you've got to feel badass for you to do that. So one thing I like to do when I get up is, as well as my morning routine, I like to set myself 3 goals for that day. And it's something that I've implemented in the ever since lockdown really, and it's something that's really, really helped me. So I will always make sure that in those 3 goals, one of them is personal. So whether it's make sure that I have smashed a gym session, or whether it's, you know, wash my hair for that day, which I know it sounds really gross and really silly, but sometimes when we're sat here and we're just working, we think, oh, I can just do that tomorrow. No. No, you need to get out of that mindset. You need to make yourself a priority. As I keep saying, if you are not a priority, how can you expect other people to treat you as a priority? You know, it's the whole love yourself, other people love you too. It's really, really true. And obviously, the more love you give yourself, the more confident you'll feel, and the more you can give to other people. If you can't pour from an empty cup, you've got to fill yourself. You know, tell yourself you're amazing. Tell yourself you're confident. Tell yourself you can do anything. Look yourself in the mirror and be like, I'm going to be the best artist I can be. I'm going to be the best creative entrepreneur. I know it sounds silly, and I know it sounds a bit like airy and sort of a bit wavy almost, but honestly it makes such a difference for you to practice self-care. So whether that means, yeah, as I said, going and smashing a boxing class, or going and riding your horse, or taking your dog for a walk, or doing whatever you want to do, you've really got to make yourself a priority. So as I said, I will create my 3 goals of a day, and one of them will be personal, one of them will be to do with, or 2 of them will be to do with work. So whether that's like clear my inbox, for example, finish a commission, go to the gym and make myself work really hard in that session. Because if I don't do that and I fill that with work, then I know that I'll go to sleep that night and I'll still be thinking about work. Whereas if you fill your days with other things, it gives you more of an opportunity to switch off at night, because otherwise if you're just hustling and working all the time, then it is so hard to ever turn your brain off. And turning your brain off when you know, it's hard enough working all the hours that we have to work when we have our own business, but if your brain won't turn off, then how can you ever expect yourself to sleep? And I know I've been there so many times when I just can't sleep. And anyway, I won't keep going on, but it's so important for you to prioritise yourself, prioritise your health, make sure you are filling your body with nutritious food almost. You know, fair enough, have your Chinese once a week or whatever you want to do, have that as your reward. You know, I talk a lot about reward. You do something good, you reward yourself. I'm going to reward myself for filming 2 videos back to back by going, and I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to reward myself in some way because this is a big deal for me. And you know, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to go and feel, going to do maybe a boxing class, or I'm going to go and do a spin, and I'm going to feel great, and I'm going to come home and I'm going to smash the rest of my day doing my commission work that I've got to do, and making sure I'm hitting those deadlines and earning those paychecks. So anyway, I hope that has given you a little bit of like a little confidence boost. You can do this, you really can do this. You've just got to feel, you know, prioritise yourself, and it's really hard because, as I said, it's really difficult when you know, you are thinking, okay, well, I could be earning money, but you will earn so much more money when you invest in yourself, I promise you. And you really need to make yourself and prioritise your self-care. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this video, I hope you've learned something, I hope it's been helpful, and as always, please do take care of yourself, and I will see you very soon. Bye.